And moving on, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, Steve Nebafu, has reaffirmed the government's commitment to the independence struggle during an address at the Federal Draft Recovery Session held on November 1st, 2025. In his first official assignment since assuming office, Vice President Fu described himself as an old broom in a renovated house, emphasizing his dedication to the restructured collective leadership government established under President Samuel Ikonesako. The new leadership model, he said, aims to strengthen coordination and adaptability within the movement and has gained recognition both locally and internationally. In his address, the vice president paid tribute to his fallen heroes and civilians who had lost their lives during the 9-year conflict, describing the ongoing war as a genocide perpetrated by what he termed the civil regime of Yaoundé. He also honored his predecessor, the late Vice President Atei and Director Ma Ndele, pledging to continue their legacy by advancing the liberation struggle to full restoration of Ambazonian statehood. Full used the recent presidential selection in La République du Cameroon as evidence. He said that Southern Cameroonians can no longer coexist under Yaoundé's rule. Vice President Fu urged Ambazonians both at home and in the diaspora to stay focused on their liberation goals and to avoid being drawn into the internal affairs or protests of La République du Cameroon citizens. He reiterated that Ambazonians cause indecent and rooted in the right to self-determination, calling for unity and courage. He urged citizens to demonstrate their commitment through financial support during the draft exercise, noting that such contributions directly aid refugees, internally displaced persons, and self-defense forces protecting communities on the ground. Highlighting the importance of the collective leadership model, Ford said the approach emphasizes teamwork, accountability, and shared decision making. He described it as a departure from personal cultism, focusing instead on collaboration, maneuvers, and strategies of the La République regime. He called on newly appointed officials to embrace his new governance framework and to ignore critics who fail to understand the changing dynamics of modern leadership. The vice president concluded his speech with a message of resilience and hope, reminding Ambazonians that their struggle has entered what he termed the sprint phase of the liberation marathon. He encouraged continued financial and moral commitment to sustain the movement and support those affected by the war. He says we will overcome, he declared, reaffirming his belief that Ambazonians' complete independence is both inevitable and within reach. Barrister Mbeksia, you did say that the VP, Vice President Nebafu, is someone you duly trust would represent. This is his first outing, and when I went through the speech, like you would say, I was impressed. I'm like, okay, this seems to be a different, a different, like he would term himself, a new broom in an old house. So, but he seems to be fitting perfectly into this position. The speech is all encompassing, and I was very impressed analyzing the speech. Listening to the speech, and I'm sure you heard it on Saturday. What were your thoughts exactly moving forward?
I think it was one of the best speeches I've heard, but there's something I have to correct from what he said. He is not a new broom in an old house. Now, that's not the correct description of what this young man is. He is an old broom in an old house. But the old broom that was in the old house, I was never given the opportunity to sweep the room. Now time has come, and he has to sweep the room. He knows all the corners of the house. He knows every bedroom. He knows under every table and every bed on which you sleep. Though he's very, very young by his age, he is capable of doing it. And that will all make me to think about this. We have been singing this song, or this rhythm of this revolution being God ordained. God speaks to people through different methods. God reaches out to people who help people through different approaches. There's no standard to it. If we just can take that in the line of the vice presidency, that is the second person in command who assists the president. Then you take the last two. Abongwa was there. We trusted him, the president trusted him. But when he went his own way, nobody knows why. But I would rather say that God took him out when he was going the wrong way. God simply say, yeah, this job is no longer good for you. He will make you, he will allow you to commit acts or do other things that will take you out. And that's what happened to Abonga. Then came Vice President Ate, who fought the fight, who did everything that was humanly possible. But unfortunately, when he came on the job, he was already sick. When he was done, God realized that he could no longer sustain life. He took him away. And now replaced him with somebody nobody was thinking about. In fact, for the whole period, they will remain without the president, without the vice president. I personally always thought, who is this guy the president would choose? Not once did my mind ever go to, to this present gentleman. Never thought about him. Because I didn't even know his name. I had known that there's a very active guy with us who calls himself Ubuntu. I never knew who was called Ubuntu. So God works in mysterious ways. This young man at this age, with the experience that he has, that's why I say it's an old broom in the house. He told us his story going back to 1993, during the AAC 1 and 2, 1994. He struggled as a student in Yaoundé and Buea, perhaps. Shows us that he understands the struggle. He has been with us for a long time. He has been with the struggle for a very long time. Why was he not choosing the first vice president in 2017? We don't know. Or 2018 when Sissoko was adopted, we don't know. But God planned for him. God put him there at the right time. This moment is too crucial for us. Too crucial because we are going to the 10th year. We don't intend that this thing should go beyond a decade. We are going to start the 10th year. But also very crucial because they are our opponents. Just like we said in the last segment, they are fighting for their own survival. They have their own crisis that they must go and defend their own territory. They must fight to survive. If anything, they have to let Ambazonia go. Because a bird in hand is worth better than two in the bush. They have a country to defend, that's the bird in hand. Adventuring to take another country is too adventurous and they might never succeed. They will not succeed. Especially with these vibrant young men. People that we sitting here, me sitting here in particular, at my age, if this night I sleep and I don't wake up, I have no regrets. I think that these people, this young man will do the job. He's still young, he's vibrant, he knows the in and out of the revolution. And so, like we say, you don't wear your own cap and show it. You do not need even to make a speech. People who have followed him after we knew who he was believe he is up to the task. All what he needs from us is to give him support. He will do his best, he's up to the task. But he's not a God. He will probably falter somewhere. So he will count on us to make him succeed. We'll give him the support, hoping that if I cannot reach Boya, he should reach Boya. There's nothing to prevent him from going to Boya at that age. And so, even if he gets to Boya, we get to Boya next year, nothing prevents him from turning elections and winning right in Boya there. But he's still a young man. He has left home. He's now abroad. He's occupying these good positions. So, we can only say, we pray for him. We hope that everybody will do what it is possible to assist him. He is not a new broom in an old house. It's an old broom in an old house. Again, we say congratulations, Mr. Vice President. God willing, you would fulfill your task. God make it right for you. It's your turn. We'll do everything to assist you. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister.